Welcome back, everybody. I am Jay Contra playing Persona 5, and because of a software glitch, I am actually recording this about an hour deeper into the game. I've already filmed the episode coming after this, and for some reason my voiceover for this episode didn't exactly work, so I'm just kind of coming at you letting you know that there's not actually a whole lot that goes on in this. We kind of hang around the pool for a while. I make a lot of mistakes because I forgot to go to one section. Okay, well, hold on, I need to be talking. Okay, we're in the pool. Wow, I didn't think there would be such a big pool on the top of a boat. Our target should be in here. Oh shit, what's his name? I learned his name. They show the kana for his name later, but okay, so we gotta find him and get that letter of notice, or no, sorry, the letter of introduction. So over here, I wonder if I should regale you with stories about Japan or something, because not much goes on, and especially, oh yeah, oh no, run away, okay, well at least I got him. These shadows are super annoying because one of them, I seem to have noticed a theme going on where one of them will either absorb ice or one of them will reflect ice. One of them will be weak against ice, and the other two will reflect or absorb ice to the point where you can't really do a whole lot of damage to all of them at once. And that was especially when I made my party like this. I've got Fox, who's really good with ice attacks, and my really powerful persona that I have equipped has very good ice attacks as well, so that was kind of a bummer. But man, so I was just checking my email the other day. Well, actually, the other day, like an hour ago, and right now I'm searching for a job since my contract is about to be up. And I've been in Japan for 5 years, and the most you can do in my current job is 5 years. So I'm trying to find something else to do. And so I went to a career fair not too long ago, and I handed my resume into a company because they sounded interesting. They were doing like intercultural communication instructor positions. So I thought, hey, I could do that. I'm intercultural. I have experience as an instructor. They did want N1 Japanese, and so that's why I didn't really bother applying because my Japanese, honestly, if you've been watching this for the last 110 hours, it's not, N1 level. So I was like, it was nice talking with their rep at the career fair, but it wasn't really for me. But then I got an email saying that I did not get it. Thanks for applying, but we're not going to give you an interview. To which I thought, I did not apply. I guess I did hand in my resume, which maybe counts as an application, but I did find it a bit odd that I was rejected for a job that I felt like I had not applied for. So that was weird, and a bit off-putting, especially since it kind of sucks when you're looking for a job to just get outright rejected like that. So that stung. That really hurt. But I'm going strong. I'm letting out. I'm still doing Persona. That's good. It's actually really interesting. In some of the interviews that I've had, they're like, "Whoa, you okay?" So we know YouTube. We know I've got. How many subscribers am I at now? I'm at like 3,000 subscribers, and this lady. So yeah, sorry. I really should be paying more attention to what's going on. But that lady didn't know a whole lot. She didn't have anything for me. So what was I talking about? I was talking about, doing the YouTubes. I've got like 3,300 subscribers thereabouts. The thing is 6 months ago, before Persona, I only had about 1,600. Maybe even less than that. My subscribers have doubled. I should be thanking you for watching this, especially if you're subscribing, because I've doubled my subscriber count in the last 6 months, and it's all Persona. That's because that's the only thing. My videos have been switching between doing the Let's Plays of Persona 5 and going to video game shops that sell old Japanese video games. And those are actually, I think, the more satisfying videos to make, because those actually take time. I like the videos, like my N64 reviews that I put up. I actually haven't put up one in a long time just because I don't have time to play or to make those videos. All my YouTube time has been consumed by Persona, as it were. So 3,000 subscribers is not a lot of subscribers. When you talk about like the other bigger people, I mean, like 10,000 I think is okay, but I'm like a Z-list YouTuber. Oh wait, hold on, I'll get back to that because this is where we talk to the guy. Okay, what has he got for me? Okay. Hey, old man, you got a moment? Oh, wow, we've got some really good weather today, don't we? Well, so, wow, I think I'm gonna go into the pool. Panther, you swap in for me. Huh? Oh, well, so, I'd like to ask you something. Oh shit, I can't read it on my screen. The screen's too small. Oh, can we please ask you for something real quick? Yeah. Yes, please. You kids. Oh wait, you guys are so young. I don't have any time for kids. Hey, you jerk. Oh, we're so sorry. Let's get out of here, Skull. Yeah. What was that guy's deal? He wasn't even saying anything like he was interested in us. Well, what do you think he was gonna do? You just went in there and were like, hey, old man, what's up? How did you expect him to react? Yeah, you weren't doing anything, and it all just started off on the wrong foot. Well, I think even if we went back there again, we would have gotten the same result. So what do we do? Well, we should try listening in on what people have to say around here. Maybe we could find some... Yeah, maybe if we feel this out, we could understand what his deal is. Yeah, we could at least get some kind of hint. Alright, so let's go investigate. Yeah, this one actually didn't take me too long. Hold on. Okay, so we're gonna go investigate the pool deck. Let's go around and see what people have to say. Once again, a bar, which is always now is very suspicious, because I bet we have to do here something, but he's not responding to anything. I think, oh yeah, the shadows are back. Oh, a fitting room. What could be in here? Okay, so that's a changing room. Can't go inside quite yet. Although it will be useful later. Got anything for me, old man? No. Nope. Okay, gotta watch out for that shadow over there. I don't like the shadows with very long patrols. Wait, why am I going backwards? Oh, because I wanna... It's so annoying when it has obvious gaps in between the chairs, but you can't hide there. So when the shadow comes back, it's like, yeah, you gotta go all the way to that, like, the side of that jacuzzi there. And it's like, what's, like, come on, you couldn't have let me hide? So yeah, man, Japanese interviews. I mean, yeah, I think it'll take me a while to figure this part out, but Japanese interviews are very stressful. Because basically, I mean, not that American interviews aren't stressful, but it's because you feel like you're in an American interview. Well, I've only ever had 2 American interviews. I guess American interviews tend to be more one-on-one situations. Like you might have 2 or 3 people in a kind of discussion like that. But in the Japanese interview I went on very recently, it was for this other job, and I go in. Like, so you go, first you're like hanging out in this just like room that's separate from the interview room. You're hanging out in this room, and they're like, okay, the interviewers are ready, you can go in now. And so you kind of knock, and you go in, and there's like 6 people arrayed against 1 seat on the other side of the room. And you were going into that 1 seat, and you're staring down these 6 other people. And I remember just the shock. I knocked on the door, I open it, I go in, and I'm like, I've made a huge mistake. This is a huge mistake. So, I mean, the interview itself didn't go so bad. I think I was able to demonstrate that I could at least speak and understand Japanese, although I did, it was for a pretty international kind of position, so I was able to use English, and that didn't seem to be a problem. But still, probably a few Let's Plays from now, I'll be telling you I didn't get the job, so I don't want to say that I did super well, and especially because when I'm applying against a lot of very qualified people who are, just in talking to them, seem so much more qualified than I am to do any of the jobs at that particular organization. So, yeah, I'm not really holding out hope, but I mean, if I got the job, that'd be fantastic. But if I don't, it's not gonna be like it's unexpected. Not that I didn't do anything terrible. I don't think I did a poor job at it. Just so after that interview, when you interview for a Japanese job, usually I should say for a job in Japan, that's not English teaching. So if you're talking about going into a corporation or something else, there's pretty much a standard way of doing it. You submit your, I'll talk about the Japanese job application after this, because this lady has something important to tell us. Oh, isn't this swimsuit amazing? It's the newest work from a famous designer. You can borrow a swimsuit from that bar counter over there. Oh ho ho! Eureka! I've got a plan. Oh, why is he laughing? I don't feel good about this. It's okay, let's go to the bar counter. Hurry up! Wait, so yeah, skipping out on that shadow there. We're going straight for the bar. Oh, honestly, I think this level, out of all of the levels, looks the most like a PS3 game. Like, it looks very much like that. It just looks so weird. Welcome, welcome. What would you like? Hey, can we borrow a swimsuit? Please let us borrow it now. Oh, so you want to borrow a swimsuit. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna need your boat ticket. Whoa, Skull! Crap, get out of there! Joker, go! Oh, you did it again. What are you doing, Skull? What do you want? You want to go for a swim? No, I got a plan. Over there's the, so over there's the swimsuit room. Joker, let's find a way to get in. Okay, they're not gonna let us walk in, are they? No. It's okay, so this is where it took me a long time to figure out. Oh, spoiler alert! But the entrance, there's a grate on the other side of those stairs that I figured. I think. Okay, so the reason why I didn't, it's over there on the left. Oh wait, yeah. But it takes me a while to figure that out because I figured that if you can't go in between the spaces in between the those chairs that are along the deck next to the pool, they're not going to let you go next to those stairs. Oh wait, that's where the grate is to get into the swimsuit room. So now I've got plenty of time to tell you about what it's like to apply for a job in Japan that is not teaching English. Obviously, when you're applying to teach English, be it through JET or Interact or through any of the other companies, the hiring process is a little bit different because you're just being taken on as basically a grunt who probably will only speak a modicum of Japanese. So the hiring, you're probably going to be interviewing not in Japan. But if you're interviewing for a position in a Japanese company, like a normal position, the process is you submit a resume, and this resume is you can if the company's international, you could submit like an American or like a European style resume, or a or like a CV. But a Japanese resume, if you're going to submit it in Japanese, there's basically only one way you can do it, and there's a standard form that you can like buy at a convenience store, or you can get it online, and then you fill it out and you submit that. I actually didn't do that for this particular job because it's a very international organization, so I just submitted my resume in English, a standard. You probably know what it would look like. So you would submit a resume, a CV, which is like a job summary, which is like a resume but more in-depth, whereas with a resume, you want to keep your bullet points short, you want to be very concise, then you want to maybe omit some of the parts of your job that aren't relevant to the job that you're applying for. But when you're doing a CV or a job summary, as this place wanted, you basically list out everything that you do. You want very detailed job descriptions. You want to have a lot of brevity to it. You want to make your bullet points very focused, but you will go more in depth about your job, and you'll give a little summary of your profile, maybe talk more about maybe some other positions that you've had. So you submit those along with maybe a couple other things that I can't remember. But once you've gotten an interview, so to speak, not only does it consist of that terrifying interview where you have to talk to these that panel of people, but you will also usually, I think, have to take some kind of test. Most of the time, it will be a personality test, but also there will be an aptitude test. I didn't take that, and I think imagine a mini version of the SAT, but in Japanese. I've heard that the Japanese you need to take to successfully pass a test like that is pretty insane, because it's basically like testing the Japanese of a college graduate. And that's what? Man, I'm nowhere near that smart or have that level of Japanese. So, fortunately, I did not have to take that test for this particular job. What I did have to do was there was an essay where I had to answer 2 questions in both English and Japanese. I actually I finished both answers in English, but I only was able to finish my answer in one in Japanese. And then the personality test was completely in Japanese, but it wasn't a test. It was a really weird thing where it was so what if someone tells a lie about you, what do you do? And then it gives you a bunch of answers. Oh, and here I found the grate. Fantastic. Oh, nice. It's a grate. Maybe we can get in. So does this really connect to the changing room? Maybe we should stop this. It's not good. Hey, but we're Phantom Thieves. It's fine. Okay, Joker. Get in. Alright, yeah. So we'll hit it. We'll knock the grate off. And we'll go inside. they actually ended up, I was there with a bunch of people taking that test, and so they actually gave us extra time because none of us were Japanese. We all knew how to, you know, read and write Japanese, but that personality test was not, I was kind of proud of myself for being able to understand like 75% of it, so that was something. Thankfully, yeah, they did give us extra time because it wasn't like a real test. All right, bingo. Yeah, we got it. We made it, Joker. Okay, so it looks like we're past that door, but why did you bring us here? And speaking of which, this is a changing room. Yeah, you just have a little faith. I'll go and I'll be right back. Just hold on for a second. What is he doing? I think he's only planning something bad. Oh, perfect. Oh, this is great. My plan, it's a great success. Oh, Skull. It doesn't look too good. Tenka Kimoi. Okay, alright, let's go. Oops, still don't know what that last part means. Feels so weird not being able to skip forward through the words that I don't know. Alright, you guys are up. Yep, classic. Oh, I didn't know your plan was gonna be as simple as this. Well, yeah, I guess an old man that's hanging out on the side of a pool is gonna like a bunch of girls wearing swimsuits. I want to go home. Are we gonna do it like this? Yep, counting on you. Oh yeah, you got a better idea? Well, no. Alright, hurry up. Or he might go somewhere. Oh, hello. Oh, it's some great weather we're having today. What's up? What's this? Well, so would you give us a letter of introduction to Shido? Yeah, to Mr. Shido, excuse me. A letter of introduction? I don't think I don't have any reason to give a letter of introduction to people like you. Because they use the word hone uma, like the bone of a horse, and I think he means like breed, so like a breed of like you people. Yeah, so okay. Yes, I cannot give a letter of introduction to people of your status, your breed, your heritage. Your outward appearance may be beautiful, but your bloodline, there's no changing that. Our pedigree? What? Oh yeah, and then Anne has this brilliant idea. God, and they couldn't get someone who actually speaks English to do this? God. Anne Windsor? My father is related to English royalty. What? What was that? Seriously?
彼女たちは召使いの娘なのですよ。
These girls, hold on. I wish I knew what that middle word meant, but something about like, oh, and these are like his daughters.
ああ、はい。
Oh yes, oh yes, Miss. We're so friendly with Miss Anne. Oh, Miss. Oh, Anne Chan. You're half. So he uses the very specific word hafu, which means that it's what Japanese people used to say when you're not fully Japanese. It reminds you that you're only half of a person, and that, you know, it's that non-Japanese part that makes you only half of a person. Anyway, so let's see. Yeah, you do stand out as being as not looking so Japanese, especially when compared to them.
よく誤解されるのですが、そんなことはないのですよ。
Oh, so yes, so I'm very interested in tea. My father taught me about it. Well, she uses the literal word, the way of tea, but that I would think she would mean the British way of tea. Because the Japanese way of tea is very specific and very, very Japanese, very different from how the British consume their tea. Let's see. I see. Hold on. Yeah. Oh, but I couldn't give a letter of introduction to those underlings of yours. Blood is absolute. Oh yeah. I wouldn't want to be buried with commoners like you. Oh yeah. I wouldn't want to cooperate with commoners like these people.
その通りですわ。彼女たちがちょっとだけかわいそうですもの。
Yes, I completely understand. They're all, don't they look so sad? Poor them. Really? You're doing that? Oh, so about that letter of introduction. If you give it to me, I could I could think about introducing you to my father. So in exchange for that greeting, I could give you the letter. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, and that swimsuit, it really suits you. You have such amazing style. You look like you could be a model. Well, Ooh, would you let me rub suntan lotion on you? Well,
華麗なる一族同士親密なお付き合いをしようじゃないか。
hold on, yeah. Huh? I think he's saying, oh, we could have a secret affair. He's like, oh, hey, you commoners, get lost. You're embarrassing me. Would you let me go? Why don't you come to my room and try on a different swimsuit? Oh, get off me, you old perv! Well, you've lived out your usefulness, so doing anything more would be impossible with you. Oh yeah, so she's saying Chikan, and so what happens is when a guy touches a woman on a train, she starts yelling Chikan, and then everyone like freaks out, and then they try to get the station attendants, because it's basically like calling out someone for sexually harassing someone. Oh, blah.
今のクソ茶番でハマる方が悪いだろう。
Oh, this guy's up to no good.
うっさいやるよ
Alright, come on, let's do this. We're gonna fight him. Oh, he's a manta ray. What's the difference between a manta ray and a stingray? Well, obviously a stingray has a thing on the end of its
向こうの
tail,
方が
but
戦力が上よ
yeah, well, I think, okay. What other stories can I regale you about Japan? Because it's just a battle. Yeah, I mean, I don't like, what does the antenna thing do? I can't remember. Yeah, there we go, Fox. Yes, that's the power of friendship. I think, would fire be useful against something that is from the sea? I mean, it does something. What was I playing recently? Was it Castlevania or was it something else where someone had a fire in the ocean? I think that was Castlevania. That was really good. I was playing Castlevania Dracula X. Not the Rondo of Blood, not the good one. I've been playing the one for the Super Nintendo, and that is really hard. Especially even by Castlevania standards. I've beaten Castlevania 1, 3, and 4, and I kind of hit a roadblock with the Dracula X. Well, I'm playing the Japanese version, so it's double X. But anyway, oh yeah, oh beautiful critical, excellent critical. I love the criticals, and I love the baton touches or the baton passes. Those are really good. We're also doing pretty good in terms of levels, like. So let's see, what have we... Okay, oh, here we go.
Yes.
Oh, right, we got the letter. Just 3 more. So, were you making requests for cripplings? I wish I knew how to better translate cripplings, but... Let's see, hold on. We're in an age... This is... It was so hard, it was such different than the past. I needed to get money for my family. And if I could ride on Shido's boat. Yes. Hold on, so I wished for those cripplings so that I could get an introduction with Shido. Oh yeah, oh okay, so I asked for the cripplings. So, oh okay, it all makes sense now. He asked for the cripplings because he took out his enemies and he was able to advance his family's position. I see. And that's, oh, so you were able to get those introductions in real life by crippling people, I guess. Yeah, by taking out people that were standing in his way. Yes, it was all people who were related to Shido. I guess, yeah, people who Shido could target. And then he just did it. Hold on, then he was on extreme lookout, on extreme watch. It was because he was on extreme lookout? I don't know exactly what it means by that. I recently learned the word lookout, BTW. Oh, okay, so what you're saying is that you were able to profit without appearing as though you were betraying people. And so that's why everyone on this boat is wearing masks, so that they don't show people who they really are. Hold on. Oh, but Anne, you've really grown up since the time we took your nude. Oh, shut up. God. Yeah, we just need to remind Anne that she's a woman. I'm only gonna ask this once. Are you hiding? You're not hiding anything from me, are you? Of course not. The report is... Everything is true according to the report. Yeah, the report is accurate.
覚えているよな。
Do you remember the terms of our business? I'm the one who's been doing my best to back you up.
ええ、もちろんです。
Oh, yes, of course.
には感謝していますから。
I'm so thankful for your help, Mr. Shido.
古いつても頼って指導総理誕生に一役買わせていただきますよ。
Hold on, I think he's saying, hold on, yes, I've been buying up the support of all the, like, older families, I think is what he's talking about, to make this the age of Shido. Yeah, okay, if you fail me, I'm kicking you off the boat. Oh, I will do my best, I understand. I didn't get that last part. Oh, well, whatever. Okay, so now we've got 2 letters of introduction. All that's left are the TV executive, the IT company president, and that trouble guy. Okay, so wait, oh, so there's, okay, the slot machine guy and the guy who never leaves his room. So according to the map, up ahead is the entertainment hall, so the slot guy would be there. Well, we should hurry up and go there. So for the time being, let's go forward. So I think one of the things that bothers me the most about Persona 5, I mean, we talked about kind of how they portray, well, gay men in particular as predatory, which isn't good. But they also, Persona 5 kind of goes out of its way to remind women that they're women. And what I mean is to say is that Anne is basically like, I mean, like, I get that, you know, none of the characters are supposed to be taken too seriously. Like look at Ryuji. Ryuji's kind of a joke, but he's also like, he's really fleshed out. And you kind of see Ryuji as like a full person, whereas Anne's participation in this story isn't fully as a person, it's as a woman. Like, you know, when we were dealing with Madarame, she had to like take her clothes, she had to pretend to take her clothes off. I mean, it did end up with some hilarious results when she came in wearing that like giant parka and the coat and everything. But and like especially with like the swimsuits and stuff, I just, it makes me, you know, I feel like it's a step backwards in terms of the progress that women have made in Japan, even though there's still a lot of ways to go. Oh yes, I remember this. This is where we get turned into mice. And hey guys, so there's a guy, I can't remember what his name was. I hope you don't feel bad for me calling you out like this. Not calling you out, but just mentioning you. There's a guy in the comments who really wanted to see these turn into mice. Oh. No, but okay, so be careful, we're dangerous. We just need to be very careful as we advance. So they're making a pun. They're saying chewy, and chew is the noise that Japanese mice make. I mean, or that the sound that Japanese ascribes to mice. Japanese does this thing where basically each animal has a sound. Like foxes make the sound kon kon. What the fuck does that mean? Cause in English, what sound do foxes make? I don't know. You know, like a or whatever. We don't ascribe specific words to the sound a fox makes. Japanese does, and it also does that for mice. So like, you know, that, or whatever, I don't know, beep, 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 whatever the sound that mice make. In Japanese, it's chew, which also is coincidentally, chew is also how you would say a kiss in Japanese, but I don't think they're related. And so part of the pun that they were just making like 5 minutes ago now is that so chewy is like be careful, pay attention, be cautious, and then chew is just the sound that a mouse makes. So I think that's what they were implying. Let me think. Any other stories I could tell about Japan? I think with this, yeah, I think the part of I was reading. So apparently someone got a copy of Persona 5 early. Got one of those. Well, there's the news going around that Amazon is canceling a lot of collector's editions orders, allegedly because there's either a defect or because something inside it is dangerous. But apparently that's only happening to a very limited amount of the orders for collector's editions. I don't think it's a general thing that's happening. So that's been going on. But also how I'm able to record this not directly off of the PS2 using the share button, but using a capture card. There's actually, if you've been watching this, you've known about my struggles versus Atlus and the whole copyright thing. Part of the way that Atlus is able to prevent people from uploading Persona 5 material to the internet is by disabling the share button on the PS4. And I get around that by using a capture card, and that's for the Japanese version. And I actually suspected that they would let people stream and take screenshots from the American version, but apparently that's not the case. Now, obviously, they may do a day one patch that changes that, but as it stands, for people with either early copies or some guy was delivered a copy on accident, the American version that is. He wasn't able, or they were not able to use the share button on their American copy, which I actually find kind of weird, and I think people are in for a bit of a shock. I know I've been dealing with it for 6 months now, but I think people are going to be really pissed, and I bet Atlus is going to have to change its act. I mean, I hope it does. Maybe it won't, but when tons of people are wanting to share stuff about Persona 5 and then they're all of a sudden not able to. But that's just my opinion. People will have to share in my struggles. And I'm actually very curious as to what's going to happen. I'm recording this. I will date this Let's Play by saying I am recording it on March the 21st. There's still about, I think, 2 weeks, 14 days until Persona 5 comes out worldwide. And I should hopefully be able to finish and upload everything and have it released, have the full translation released by April 4th or whatever. And I do wonder if because I've been doing this for so long, I wonder if I'll have an edge on people playing it in English, which, I mean, honestly, by the time the English version comes out, just watch that, because that's going to be professionally translated and is going to be done by people much smarter than me. But I wonder if all of the English language Let's Plays are going to be taken down, like, immediately, to the point where for 2 weeks, I am going to be king of Persona 5 Let's Plays. Like, my reign will continue for an extra 2 weeks or so, as people file counter notifications against Atlus. So that will be, I'm very interested to see what will happen, but that's still weeks away. I'm still focusing. I figure we're about 110 hours in now, and I think we've still got a good 20 left. I've been looking at some guides, and I think this is more or less the last dungeon. So we've got to finish this dungeon. I think I've already filmed the next episode. I would say there's probably going to be 1 or 2 more episodes after that. So basically, from now when you're watching this, we've still got 3 more episodes to go before we find the treasure. You figure another episode of taking out Shido, probably another episode of the Fallout. That brings us to 5 more hours. Probably another 5 hours waiting for the election to happen, because I can get my social links done in that time. That brings us to 10 hours. Then we have the final, like, there's apparently not a full dungeon, but like a last little area that we have to go to before we get the final boss. There's that. That's another 5 hours. I would say probably another 5 hours of Mementos. We still have apparently a mission that will get us to the true best ending of the game. That's going to take more time. I would anticipate anywhere from 15 to 20. I'm even thinking 25 or 30 more hours of this game. Like, holy shit. Like, when I started playing this game, I thought it was going to be 80 hours. Because that's actually what Famitsu said, was that it would clock in. Like, if you did the baseline level of stuff, and maybe I'm spending more time. I mean, there's obviously more time because I am dealing with the translating, which obviously, you know, adds on, you know, makes conversations a lot longer because it takes time for me to translate things in my head or use the Google. So yeah, it's taken a lot more time than I anticipated. It also kind of sucked when Atlas was taking down my videos because I got really demoralized. So there was like, I think like all of December, I don't think I played an hour of Persona 5. I think I was just so taken aback by what was going on that I just didn't really honestly, yeah, when Atlas was taking down my videos, I was like, this really makes me not want to play Persona 5. So I didn't. I don't even know what I was playing at that point. Actually, that was around the time I built my computer, so I think I started playing Overwatch. So it's definitely taken a lot longer than I expected. I was hoping to maybe, like as in Persona, hoping to be done in December. But here we are in March, still playing the game. And it's been tough sometimes. It's been definitely like basically my schedule is I come home from work, I cut 2 episodes, in between I make dinner. But it's when I have to do post-production like this, when the microphone either doesn't work or the Elgato capture fails because of I've never had an instance of the video capture failing, but sometimes I forget to turn the microphone on, or I forget to turn on the software's, the commentary track. But recently I updated the software, and it will give me, sometimes it won't let me, it will record the commentary, but it used to record the commentary straight over the game audio, and then I had one nice file that I could just trim the edges and have a file in about 5 seconds of processing through the Elgato software. But now what's been happening is a couple times now, it either won't save the commentary, or it will save the commentary but as a separate audio track. So that means I have to put an hour-long, 60 frame per second, 720p video into iMovie, put the audio commentary over it, and then render it, which takes like 2 or 3 hours. And so I have to do that overnight, and that sucks. I mean, it could be worse. Or if I forget to turn the microphone on, then I have to spend another hour doing commentary like this, which, you know, there could be worse fates, but thankfully I've not yet lost an hour of Persona where I didn't have the video to at least put the commentary over. So I guess I should be thankful for that. I guess I shouldn't be as angry as I've gotten at my capture card before, but so it could very much be worse. So there have been times like that have sucked, but overall I have enjoyed doing it. And to bring it back to what I was talking about at the beginning of this hour, having this translation experience under my belt has been great. Whenever I go to like career fairs and pass out my resume, or when I get into an interview, people definitely make note of it. So that's, you know, maybe I've been kind of hoping it translates into a job, because there's a lot of people like me in Japan that have been teaching English, and so we all have that experience, but there haven't been, as far as I can tell, too many people doing videos. Obviously there are people in Japan doing stuff much more popular, that's been much more popular than what I've done and has been much better put together than what I've done, but there's not too many people out there like that. So that's been a great advantage for me in trying to find a job. And if I do end up going back to America, that would be nice, be great. I don't think people, I think people in general don't know how, when they would see 3,000 subscribers and they're like, whoa, 3,000 subscribers, that's so many people, you've got like 1 million views, what? But, you know, obviously that's, in terms of YouTube, that's small change. But I don't know. In Japan, YouTube is obviously, it's very huge. There's a lot of my students now, when we talk about like what they want to do when they what they want to do for a career, more and more of them, especially within the last couple of years, have been saying that they want to become YouTubers. And part of me does want to say, like, I mean, I've just been doing YouTube part-time, and it is hard. Like, it's something you got to work at every day, and something you have to practice at. Because I think maybe you can tell now, but I think it's a lot easier for me. I mean, it's still really hard, but it's definitely a lot. I'm definitely a lot better, I think, at my commentary and especially my translation now than I was 6 months ago. And it's definitely an acquired skill. There's some people with natural talent. I think part of it is because it's hard for me to do two things at once. So when I'm providing commentary, luckily now all I'm doing is kind of just watching these fights go down, which let's be honest, is just me trying to figure out these guys' strengths and weaknesses. Whereas when I'm like actually playing the game, it's hard. My brain has a hard time processing doing the actions in the game with providing decent commentary. And I mean, providing decent commentary is hard enough. Like, just doing this now where I'm just watching the video is a challenge in and of itself. But doing that while playing the game, I think it would be, I like what, I think the other people who are doing a full Let's Play like I am of Japanese Persona 5, Cherry Berry, I think they've got a good system going down where they've got two people, you got one person who's playing the game, and you can have one person who's doing the commentary, and I think that's a really great system. But I live on my own, so it's only me who can do this. But that's also an advantage too, where I can do it at my own pace. So when I need to hurry up, like I'm doing now, I can basically just go all in and do like 3 hours of Let's Playing every day. But it also sucks because like I had a busy weekend. We just had we had the spring equinox, or whatever that's called, which is so we had a 3-day weekend. So I ended up going out to do a little sightseeing. So that's why, sorry, but I had my I kind of slowed down the pace of my Let's Plays that I've been doling out, but I should be able to, I think, pretty consistently over the next 2 weeks, be able to do at least 2 a day. If I end up finishing and I end up getting a good weekend where I can cut like 10 episodes, I might up it to 3. That way I can hit my April 4th deadline and get all of Persona 5 out there before it releases in English. But that's still maybe 20 or 30 hours down the road, so maybe I'll upload the final episode just as the game's coming out. And I really hope, I guess I can spend the last, we got 5 minutes. We still haven't, I think it's just more dungeon right now. I don't think there's any really need to translate anything. But I would say, like, as you can tell, you're not gonna find well, no, actually, okay, let me couch my words, because I was thinking about this before, where when I was a kid, I would have loved to have played Persona, because you're paying, what, $60 for a game, and you're getting like 100+ hours of stuff that you can do. And so that's, if you're not one who can buy many games, and Persona 5 looks like really cool because it's got the Japanese style to it, yes, absolutely, I would recommend getting Persona 5 because it's really fun to play. The story's amazing. The battles are fun enough. And I think, honestly, I would cut a few dungeons just because I do not have time for long-ass video games like this. Like, you know, I want to play Final Fantasy. I want to play Zelda. I want my reward to myself once I beat Persona 5 and finish this Let's Play is going to be buying a Switch and getting Zelda and then sinking 100 hours into that. But that's the thing, is that I just don't have time for all this stuff. So that is also why I would caution you if you don't have a lot of time for if you don't have 100 hours, like you'll see, you can put 20 hours into Persona 5 and I mean, how far is that gonna get you? That's gonna get you past the first dungeon, maybe. And so while I think you'll enjoy that first 20 hours, if you're someone who wants to beat, oh, hold on, oh, something's happening. Okay, we got to the rear deck. Oh, okay, oh, look over there. Whoa, what's that? It looks like a shadow. We need to be careful. We've never seen a guy like that looks that dangerous. Are those the what? Is that the lookouts here? Hold on. So we're aiming for 2 targets. We need we should hurry on ahead. Yeah, oh yeah, we should be very cautious when we move up ahead. Okay, are we gonna? I think there's Shoto. Wait, let's take out this guy before he calls the watch on us. Oh, good. Yeah, so like I was saying before, I think it takes us a few minutes to find the next safe room. But yeah, if you don't have 100 hours, I would hesitate to recommend Persona 5. I mean, no. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I wish they would trim. I wish they wouldn't make it. They have a lot of social links, and the social links are really good and I think are really fun, especially doing it with your team members. But there's some social links that don't seem that super interesting to me, and I think you can see from this Let's Play there's some that I have definitely neglected. And a part of that is just because you don't have the time. I wonder if they're going to do like Persona 4 Golden or like Persona 3 FES, where they're going to have maybe some DLC that adds on, that gives you more time to interact with people. But still, oh my god, I actually don't know if I would play that. No, I would do it. I would do a Let's Play if they added on. Not if they did a Persona 4 Golden. Like if they did a Persona 5 Golden, no, I'm not thinking I'm not putting in another 150 hours into this game. But if it was an add-on, yeah, I would play that, like another 20 hours, like, you know, a few months from now, I would definitely do that. And I wonder, they haven't announced that yet, which is really weird because they've announced like costume DLC and they've put that out. But as far as I know, I haven't actually looked into it, but I don't think they've announced story DLC yet. But I think it did take some time for them to go from Persona 4 to Persona 4 Golden, so they could very well just put out a whole different version of Persona 5. So I would play that if it was just the final bit of it. But yeah, I guess, so yeah, okay, so here we are. This is it. The next episode's coming up, and I hope you'll look forward to that. We've got 3 more targets to take out. So that's what's going to happen in the next few episodes. Then we're going to take out Shido. I've been Jake Contra playing Persona 5, saying thanks for watching, and mahalo.